top.
It's our top movies of the last year.
18, yeah.
Which already have my number one for this year, so spoiler alert.
What's your number one?
Raid.
No.
What?
Drive along. So, ride along.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. It's not ride along.
Not RoboCop?
I actually haven't seen. Oh no, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That came out already?
Yes.
It came and went.
On Valentine's Day, you didn't go see it for Valentine's Day?
No, I didn't.
I'm totally gonna go to Toys R Us and buy toys. Probably.
RoboCop?
Probably not. Whatever. If it's there, yeah.
Just
there's
toys in
actually
general?
there's actually like a really cool. It sounds really nerdy and shit, but so it's like it's like this there's like a video game, like RoboCop video game when it first came out, like Nintendo like 8 whatever. But I guess like his color scheme's off. He's like kind of like pinkish. He has like a pinkish hue to him. And they released a toy of it where like it's like a big box. Like it's a really like cool thing. I kind of get that because like my new thing's gonna be retro figures. Like did you see my alien figure?
Your new
No.
thing?
What do you think? Yeah. No, it's like, and this is apparently like a thing going on now where it's like
Retro.
they're releasing. You wear goggles and shit, man. It's crazy. And no, it's
The future?
but they're not because there's blimps and no one has cars. No, and it's they're like really
And that bug zapper is like out of control.
Anyway.
yeah. So toys,
Just a family.
but no, it's
being
like
murdered.
they're like releasing like these like they're like old crappy like looking 70s like action figures, right, of like popular licensed movies. So I have the xenomorph, right, the alien, right?
Yeah.
I have one of
Oh,
those.
you mentioned that.
Yeah, and it has like all it does is like kick his legs and move its arms. That's it. Like no, really, it's like it has like 4 points of articulation instead of like 19.
Are
of, like,
they
toys nowadays.
re-releasing these, or are you talking about you're trying to find like originals?
No, they're re-releasing them,
Okay.
but they're re-releasing them as to be look old school.
Okay.
Like they look really. All it is just like the board and like the package, and that's it. Like
Okay.
a piece of cardboard, and that's it. And then, but they're doing like a whole line of like Pulp Fiction ones, every like monster or like horror movie you could think of, like Freddy, Jason, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Trick or Treat, the new ones.
Yeah.
And like,
Official? Like officially licensed, or is it?
I don't know, maybe I'm not a lawyer, but then so
So
they
you
have
say
these-
you're buying them at Toys R Us, you're buying them in the alley behind Toys R Us?
No. I mean, they're out there. Well, the one I bought was from this toy boutique in San Francisco, Super 7, right? And they especially, I don't know if you guys are, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have been there before.
Yeah.
But they're actually, I guess, yeah, they are pretty licensed because they do the really big old school Star Wars figures that are they're like a foot tall, but they're like old, like, you know, the 70s, like Kenner, Star Wars figures.
It's like the
But they make them like really big. Like they have like a really big Stormtrooper, they have like a really big Boss, a really big Boba Fett, like really big
G.I.
Stormtrooper.
Joe like action figures of like.
No. They're because you're thinking because they're like little 7-inch action figure, right?
No,
No,
like
the
the
foot-long ones.
like they.
No, they're really big. They're like 2 feet, like really big.
Oh,
like
2
no,
feet.
they're like
Okay.
pretty big
Okay.
toys. They're like
Yeah.
$80 to $100 or whatever. But it's like those guys started it. I guess they started this new trend of like making, because I think originally it started with like they found the original like cast, like the little molds of these old toys that just never got released from the 70s from Alien, right?
Oh,
Alien.
cool. Yeah.
So you can get like a Sigourney Weaver toy,
Mhm.
all the other guys that die, and then an Alien, and then it's Xenomorph, whatever. And then you can get a cool Bilbo Baggins, the guy that played Bilbo Baggins in the original
70s.
No, in the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. The old guy, he was Bilbo, but he's old.
Oh.
But then he's in a bunch of like crazy old sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name is.
No.
If only there was a database online, we could figure this out. But no,
You
he's
can't make
like
that joke every time.
Yeah, I know. But it works every time. It's so effective. Like he was in Naked Lunch, which I found really weird. And then he's an alien. He's the first
Ian something.
Ian
Yeah.
something. And he's
It's one of the Ians.
yeah, and he's in a but they have
Somebody
they
with
have
better
figure of him,
cell
right?
reception is gonna have to look it up because
It's fine, whatever, I don't care.
working, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's not fun.
Really fast.
really nerds. It's like that.
He was in Hamlet. He was in The Fifth Element. They can name
Yeah,
like,
he's
you
a
know-
villain. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
saying he's been in a bunch of crazy movies.
Yeah.
Now you can get an action figure of him.
Yeah.
That's not Bilbo.
As Bilbo. Cool.
Well, that's not. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Because he's an android, right? In the first Alien.
Oh, an alien.
He's
okay. I thought
he's
you were
an
talking about
android.
like some like you can get a Bilbo action.
No.
figure.
You
Yeah,
can
you're
get
talking
a
about-
figure
you're talking about
of
the synthetic-
dude from the,
yeah,
the
okay.
Alien.
Yeah.
In the Alien movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
That was a fucking crazy tangent. You could have just said the cyborg and
I
moved
digress.
on. Or the android, not
the
cyborg.
android, yeah.
The point is, go
Come
see
on.
the raid.
Yeah. Long story short, go buy toys. No,
Okay.
but no, they're releasing these figures and they look really like shitty, but they're really awesome. Like they have a Hellraiser one, like that's
Oh,
like
Oh, cool.
super awesome, right? Like a pinhead figure. I think that's pretty cool. Home.
Oh.
Schmaug.
They're not at Toys R Us because I was there the other day and they didn't have anything.
You really didn't find anything there?
No, because I went back looking for that Egon.
Yeah, right.
I don't think they're going to be
Yeah.
selling too
They're all
many
sold
like
out now.
Pinhead action figures at Toys R Us.
No, you'd be
No, they
surprised,
have
dude.
them,
They
yeah.
do have really intense Toys R Us. Yeah,
Really?
like McFarlane. I can't believe it's turning into like a action figure podcast. McFarlane Toys, like the guy, you know, that did Spawn. Like he has licenses to like tons of different properties of toys, and like all the toys look really good. Like he did a Clive Barker, the guy that made Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Called Torture Souls. I actually have a couple of those figures that are really like fucked up, but they're really cool. And like one of them, like, and I got like, because they have like little figures, you know, like little 12-inch or not 12-inch, like 7-inch figures, right? That you buy, like you look at, you think of action figures, you think of, right?
Yeah.
But they're blown up versions, so they're like foot long, like giant toys, and it's like this one, it's this
So they're
dude.
dolls. Now you're playing with dolls now.
No, they're like little mini statues.
Okay.
And they're like, shut up. And so that's why. And like, and it's like this dude like hanging by his face, like on hooks, like literally on his face, and he's just like all.
And you bought
he
those at
has-
Toys R Us?
No, I bought it at like a what do you call it, a GameStop.
Well, what he's
actually.
trying to say is that you can't buy the stuff at Toys R Us.
Yeah.
But
He
you
said
can
that.
because it's crazy because there's like this really like fucked up.
So
toys.
Toys R Us is
in the
going to
back.
sell
Clive
like
Barker.
yeah, like
No, they
like-
have
like
in the past.
Hellraiser.
No, they have in the past, and this is. I mean, these toys are like 10 years
I've never seen
old.
Okay.
Pinhead at Toys R
They're
Us.
super
I don't know
old.
about-
And I mean, like, but he
There's
did.
nothing
We had like a
grotesque
because then he
about
has like
Yeah.
then he has like a whole like he had Spawn figures, and then he went on a jag about like sports figures. Like he has tons of sports figures. Like he's a big hockey fan, baseball fan, and like so there's all these figures in McFarlane under the label.
Yeah.
But they still like they're like these crazy, really detailed, cool toys, and they're like sports, right? Like
Yeah.
hockey players, like
Okay.
he's like yeah, no. But then he also goes on to a jag about like horror movies, like I think it's called like Horror Maniacs or something. I don't remember the exact title was, but then like, and then he did like anime line, and he did a bunch of like he just does these lines, and he's like these really awesome toys,
Yeah.
and they're pretty cool. And so yeah, so I'm gonna go Toys R Us. Long story short, I'm gonna go Toys R Us and buy some more toys.
They didn't have anything there. I'm telling you.
Nothing that hey.
'Cause I was there the other day and they didn't have anything cool. Because I went looking for like a toy for you for your birthday.
Oh, really?
Nothing.
Aw, did they have Godzilla toys?
No.
Well, just wait. It'll be. Soon.
Oh no, yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
it's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
By the way, how awesome that new.
I haven't even seen the new trailer yet.
Oh my god, it's
Oh.
amazing.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston's like yelling and then crying. Godzilla steps on.
scene.
There's like a blurry shadow, and then he's crying some more, and that's yeah.
I heard you get to see Godzilla this time.
You kind of do. Like there's
Yeah.
that cool scene where the doors are shut, and he's like yelling, and it's like thunk and scene
Yeah.
credits.
See.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know. I try to get too excited because I keep watching all these trailers and get all pumped for it, and then the movie's never what I hoped it would be, just from watching the trailers.
Right.
So I'm
No, I
trying
mean
to like.
there's
I'm
a
trying to
certain
take a
like.
It's not even
Step
Captain
back.
America?
Yeah. one
Segue.
one step at a time here. Yeah, so I'm trying to like remove myself because watching Captain America, going through it, like there was no part of that movie that I didn't see coming.
Really?
Basically, you know what I mean? It's
I don't
like
know, man. I
like
really-
like the scenes after it and things like that. Like I
Yeah.
already knew what they were ahead of time because I was always trying to read so much about the movie and being all into it.
No, there's definitely like there's a spot
Yeah.
where you gotta like stop watch because I know like the new Spider-Man,
Yeah.
the Amazing Spider movie, like
Like, they released.
they've already released like 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing's
Which is
3 hours
like-
long.
Yeah, I guess, right? The giant opus that is Spider-Man, the main Spider-Man 2, douchebag Spider-Man. No, but I mean, it's like, yeah, so like, I don't watch that stuff. Like, I don't watch
so
like.
for Spider-Man, you're not cautiously optimistic about
Fuck
that one?
Spider-Man. Fuck the new Spider-Man movies. No,
It's
I'm
gonna
not
have,
being
like,
one
the
to say it.
Sinister
Like,
Six
I
in
don't
it.
care. I don't care. I don't like Jamie Foxx. I don't like the Rhino. I don't like any. It makes me mad. I don't like Andrew Garfield.
Oh.
So Eric doesn't like black people.
I didn't say that. I was saying Andrew Garfield, who's not a black man. So it's
He doesn't like the British.
yeah. Okay, that might be true. But what's her name? Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then did you hear about the Mary Jane girl? Like she's like not coming back for the other ones. They asked her to come back. She's like, I don't think I want to do that. Which good for her, I
Yeah.
feel. Yeah.
Who played
'Cause-
Mary Jane in the first
Okay.
one?
No,
They
she's
cut her
then
out.
they cut her out of the movie
Yeah.
Oh.
because apparently there was like this huge like online fan backlash that said that she's not pretty enough to be Mary Jane, which she's not pretty enough to be a fictional character. Which
Yeah.
sucks.
That
yeah.
was the worst
And the
I've
thing
ever
is,
read
she's
online.
really cute. Like she's a really cute gal.
Mhm.
Like I don't understand. I mean, she's not supermodel
They would
attractive, I
find, like,
guess.
really
But I mean,
bad
like
pictures of her, like candid pictures
Right.
of her going like,
yeah. And who doesn't have those pictures online,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so the thing is, like, it's like, yeah, I mean, like, I'd rather have an actress that isn't as attractive, like, as a supermodel, quote unquote, but that can act, as opposed to, like, a supermodel that can't
Fox.
act.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's like one of these weird things where it's like, it's a lot of give and take. And again, like, she's not an unattractive lady. She's still really good looking. You know what I mean? I mean, what's her name? Kristen Dunst played
Yeah. Played
Mary
in the
J-
first.
and
Yeah.
attractive gal.
Oh.
Maybe not supermodel attractive.
You mean
Again.
Little Miss Snaggletooth.
Hey, whatever. She's cute. What was that movie? Lars von Trier. The Melancholia?
I like that.
Cute in that movie. And topless. Awesome. But yeah, I'm
Always
not,
a plus.
not complaining at all.
No, about the movie though.
So.
And even that doesn't matter, like how she looks. Like when she delivers that line at the very end of Spider-Man 2, when like she runs like the wedding gown.
She's all, go get him.
Oh yeah, go
Oh,
get him,
the
Tiger.
original.
Yeah.
That's like the best line ever. Like that's like one of my favorite scenes in movies of all times, where he's like getting ready and she's like, go get him, and like whatever. Yeah, I'm a nerd. It's fine. It's like no, this is like a really like And no, it kind of is actually, and that's why I really like the first like 2 Spider-Man movies because they're like totally just like nerdgasms, and then downhill from there. I really hated Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, we just don't talk about.
I just really
the third
didn't like it. And now they're gonna make like 10 more main Spider-Man movies and offshoots of all the other characters, like Electro movie, random. I'm just.
And then they're gonna reboot it. And then do it
probably
all
in 3
over
years
again.
and do it again, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing makes me mad. Yeah.
Well, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to redo it,
And
so
then
they can do the
so
X-Men
we went
Spider-Man
to
crossover.
What movie did we watch? We went to go watch Captain America, right?
Yeah.
Was it 2 weeks ago, or whatever?
Yeah.
And then they had the main Spider-Man trailer, and like the opening line just made me enraged.
it?
Where he's like, "Oh, what's my favorite part about being Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Everything." No, he's a tortured character. But he kind of laughs it off. Like he's kind of like he's quit being Spider-Man how many times? And it's like, if you're the guy that enjoys his job, being Spider-Man, you don't quit your job. Like he's like constantly tortured by this job of his decision of the responsibility to do this thing.
Well, this movie version that they made, he was almost kind of like a bully. Yeah, exactly. Like he's not this nerdy kid that's leading a double life. Like he's a dick.
Like fully embraces the whole thing and just trying to be an asshole. No, like I get it. Like, well, I mean, I don't like it, but I get it. You know, it's one of the situations where like he's like. Because it was like in the first one where like he's like picking on this, or like Flash Thompson's like picking on this kid. Yeah. And he's like, "Hey, Flash, get your goddamn hands off!" But it's like, but then it's like he wouldn't do that guy. He's the guy that's getting picked on by Flash Thompson. He wouldn't be the guy that stands up to him and like
it would have to be at some
beats
point
him up at basketball or whatever he's doing, or like knocks over his like lunch tray or whatever he did. But I mean, it's like, and then like the end of the movie, like when like. He's talking to Commissioner like Stacy or Police Chief Stacy, her dad, right? Yeah. And then like he dies, and he's like the last thing he says is like like leave my daughter alone, right? Because like but I mean essentially it's kind of that same thing where he's like whatever. Yeah. And then in the movie like he's like that's true, but. And it's like really, it's like that's what,
but like
it's like kind of jumping there and like and like in the credits, and it's like, dude, really, like that's kind of like
because there's a whole scene of like she's all depressed because he went MIA when her dad died and she needed somebody, and he's all I can't be there, and later on it's like, but I like to break the rules. And then like and then it's just like,
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Wait, there was Spider-Man, the Spider-Man.
No, I haven't seen any of them.
Really?
I'm gonna pull a bin. I haven't seen that. I don't know what you're talking
Wait,
about.
you haven't seen like the Sam Raimi one?
No, I have.
Okay, you haven't seen the main Spider-Man. No, you're not missing anything. No, there's nothing. Like Andrew Garfield's a douche.
I watched it on a plane.
He does his like Gleaming the Cube bit where he's like skateboarding and like angrily listening to his iPod.
Is that what you said?
It says skateboarding. Angrily skateboarding in like an abandoned building. Because whatever, he's full of angst and like great responsibility.
I like the bit they've added in now about with his parents and things like that, involving like all that. Like I think
that's so like convoluted and like such like a weird like. Why would you go that way? Because like in the comics, like his parents were like Agent Shields, right?
Yeah, Shield agents.
Shield agents. I've been drinking, and it's like a weird like. But even then, it was like that's like when they introduced that, and they introduced like the clone stuff with like Spider-Man, which is really terrible. Like these are like the bad days, like Spider-Man, where like they're trying to make a quick buck. Where he made like have like the spider armor that was like silver and whatever else. It's just so I don't know, man. It just makes me.
Say, like, the main reason you don't like the new Spider-Man movies is because it's not like your favorite days of the comic books.
Sort of, yeah, but I think they're taking the character in like in a weird way that I don't really like necessarily. I think is the main thing. Yeah, is really what it is. The fact that like he boils down to the fact that he's not really. I don't want to say the Spider-Man that I grew up with, but the Spider-Man that I grew up with wasn't like that.
I don't mind when you hate the movie because it is terrible.
No, yeah. There's like what happened to all the Blizzard cops, and then there's But even then, I mean, the comics aren't like they're not literature. Like they're terrible. Like, they did Clone Wars, like his parents were the Shields. It's like all these things happened. Like now Peter Parker's dead, but his consciousness inside the body of Doc Ock, who's Doc Ock occupies the body of Peter Parker. It doesn't make any sense. This is a comic book like science, but I mean, like it's just like. So I get it. I understand. I'm not looking like for a high level like understanding. I'm just saying like I want to understand like some part of it would be like Peter Parker's not a dick, and Andrew Garfield's a dick, and it's like, you know what I mean? And even like Tobey Maguire, like he cries in the movie. I'm like, yeah, Tobey Maguire, like could get on the bus. I'm like, yeah, you could have got on the bus and like.
No, Toby was totally.
And he's like,
Spider-Man.
and it's like really, and it's like maybe it's just me being old school, and whatever. And like, it's it's like really dopey because it's like super like borderline like Saturday morning cheesy, where he's like, golly, I can't get the girl, maybe next time. And then Andrew Garfield's like, I don't care, whatever, skateboard. And it's like, and I'm like, come on, like that has like
problems.
I really, yeah, exactly right. And like I really like the fact that like they go for the old school like Peter Parker because that's like what I that's what I grew up on, and that's what I believe. That part of Peter Parker's like a loser, like he's just like a loser all the time. But his side thing is that he's Spider-Man, not Superman. Is that he's Spider-Man, and
but
he got
like Superman, you have Clark Kent who's fucking tripping over.
But even Clark
feet.
Kent's like even then like. I don't think a lot of people gave Clark Kent shit because he's kind of a big dude. So I mean, he's like goofy, but I mean, like no one was ever like, screw you, like Clark Kent. Like
Clark Kent was his own like bully, like
he beats himself up.
Yeah, like
exactly.
Like, he constantly like fumbles, trips on himself
because he does it on purpose. I understand that, but I mean, like it's one of those things where it's just like I don't know. And I grew up on that, and it makes me mad, but whatever.
All right. Anyway, so TV. Yeah.
So buy toys at Toys R Us. Really cool toys, McFarlane toys. Buy Toys R Us.
So moving on.
Yeah.
So, in the last episode, we talked about Walking Dead.
Right.
Yeah. I just caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the last?
I've seen the last couple episodes, and I think we talked about this earlier, and it's just like a big like led up to nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Led up to hey, next season's gonna happen. Here's 4 episodes into this going into it. And then like why are they? And they're gonna do like a spin-off show, which is like if you can't make like one show really good. Why go to 2 shows? And it's that's like the plan, right? Are they doing like a spin-off show?
God, what was it? We were talking about it before. I don't know. We'll circle back. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
But so there was stuff that like
remember this? Move on.
Yeah. So from the previous episode, whatever things we talked about, like where there was like illusions of you see the baby like the car seat. But it's like empty with blood in it. Yeah. But they never said like was she killed, whatever, and then spoiler, they find her, But like, there's a couple of like things like that stuff that like we didn't know what the hell was going on.
Right.
And there's a couple like good moments of
and like honestly
when that kid like fucking loses her goddamn
the 2 little girls.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Like I'm like first episode seemed like. That girl's fucked up. Like something has to go down. Like really,
that bitch is
something's gonna go deep. Really,
yeah.
But I mean, like, I just really don't like Rick at all.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I
Rick or
him in the last episode.
I don't know. They're just so like my favorite episodes that had to deal with Glenn and girl.
Glenn is Asian.
And the
Glenn
other
is Asian. Yeah.
Yes.
Glenn and what's her name?
Scott Yen and the other girl, the one that went to kill him. Yeah.
No. And him and his girlfriend. His wife, essentially that was wife,
Lauren something.
I don't know.
That's her real name.
Yeah.
But in the show, she's
Maggie.
That's what it is, right? Like that's like seriously, like there's like that scene where like he's like walking and he sees a sign, like starts running. It's like, oh, that's super sweet. Like that's like really like,
because he's
it's dumb, but I mean, just like as being part of it, it's like, oh,
yeah, but that really shows that like he really loves her. Yeah,
exactly,
But he's also a huge fucking dork, and like it was for that post-apocalyptic world they're living in. Like he never would have got with a girl like that. It never would have happened.
Right.
So he's got to hang on to it because
suspension of disbelief.
She's the last hot chick on the planet. He's got to hang on to her.
Her little sister's pretty cute too. But is that?
I'm glad whoever kidnapped her.
Oh. Really? I like her.
No,
I think she's.
Did she bail in that car?
No,
they don't explain what happens. It's just kind of just like.
I think she bailed in the car. I think she got off and fucking took off. But I don't know. Maybe she did get kidnapped. I didn't consider that.
Remember it later on.
Yeah. I don't think they actually mentioned her again. Ever.
I think they
just saw like the car speed up.
Yeah, that's it. And then he ends up going with those bad dudes, which I never.
The bad dudes.
I never connected it to earlier on whenever Rick killed the guy.
When I first saw it, I'm like, I wonder if these are the guys that are probably.
Yeah. Because it was from that bar. It was at the bar, right? Where they're like they find Herschel drinking.
Right. No, but I think it's the one. No, you're talking about was they find the house.
Yeah, that's the one.
And then
Rick like kills the guy.
Yeah, and then what's her name?
Or was that it?
Yeah,
that's what it was.
That's what it was. Yeah. But he's like underneath the bed, and like the dude like sleeps on there. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
like,
goes there to sleep.
And believe me, the show is actually like they have cool moments, but like overall, it's just like a big like so.
Maybe one per episode.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
but I really like Daryl. But I'm saying like I really like
those last few episodes are really just like this next season's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's like it's really boring right now, but next season we're totally gonna bring it. Yeah.
This one's a bird. Well, this one's a wash. Let's do this one.
We just gotta get through this season, then we'll start the next one. It'll be fine. But,
she's in the barn. She's a zombie. No, move on. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. But that whole thing at the end there, when they get funneled into the boxcar,
right? And
it's like they'll get reunited, and it's like you done fuck with the wrong people.
Yeah. But I mean that's cool. Like I get that, and that's the way that
so they're cannibals?
Season. I don't know. I have no idea anymore.
I really don't like that. What's her name? Tasha Yar is there.
Who? Tasha Yar's in there?
Yeah, she's at the terminal at the depot there. Tasha Yar. I'm totally drawing a blank on what her real name is, but she's on one season of Star Trek: The Next Generation, and she was killed off by some like tar monster, and but she like hangs on to that one season. Like she produced Trekkies. Like so I can't remember what her name is,
man.
But she was cooking.
Yeah,
cooking
she's like the lady.
Yeah.
When they first walk in.
Yeah.
I watched it with my parents, and right away when she turns around and offered them meat, that's a cannibal. She's a psychopath. Look at the meat.
So your parents are well versed in the human meat sales, apparently.
She's like, why would you smile and like this with their zombies around? Look at
which leaves me like segue.
Speaking of cannibals.
Yeah, speaking of cannibals, actually. So I got my haircut, right, a couple weeks ago.
I don't think it works that way.
No, it does. Let me finish. And it does, and so I've always had this grand illusion of wanting to be a butcher.
Oh yeah.
And then I was actually watching Pearls and they're like, and I was watching Andrew Zimmerman Bizarre Foods, and it showed him kill a pig and little goats,
right,
and just use the whole body for do their thing, and I'm like, well, I'm getting a haircut. I'm like, this makes me uncomfortable. This is really we got to preserve the blood for blood sausages later and drinks and whatever, and so they got to do all stuff, and it's that's really intense, and I don't know if I could possibly do that, and so it's just.
It's not like you're finding out how what Soylent Green is like.
No, it's similar though. I still feel equally about it. But
so have you ever seen the show? It's Kill It, Clean It, Cook It, Eat It.
No,
it was a BBC show where they take all these inner city people and take them out to the country, and they'd have to go out and they'd have to go and catch their chicken, and then they have to kill it and clean it and then cook it and eat it, and they had to go through the whole process. And the same thing with a cow and just everything. All this food that they enjoy, they had to actually go through and see the process, and it's like a fear factor kind of thing, making them do this.
Essentially, to be vegetarian and be like, hey guys,
well, a lot of them just couldn't handle it.
No, totally, no, it's really intense because it's it's a really intense thing.
What did you think it was?
What do you mean?
Being a butcher.
No, but I feel like being a butcher, where
I don't have
to. Versus
I think I already get. I already get the pieces of meat. I just cut them up, take the eyes out, toothpick, whatever. Right, or the skin. I'm not gonna use I'm not gonna use all the blood to do. They're already
You don't get a whole cow. You already get your.
I get my stuff that I just need chop, chop, done. Oh. And this is and not me stabbing the neck and shh, and wait for it to bleed out, and that's because that's what they did, and then they have to burn off all their hair and stuff, and it's this is fucking insane. But I mean,
that was interesting though.
No, it's crazy, and it's actually really when they blew in the leg to get all the blood out. They cut a vein in the ankle when they hang it upside down. Yeah. And they blow in it to get all the things out super quick, and then and it's oh, that's really insane. Who thought of that? Who thought to do that? I'm sure. No, and it is. That's what I mean. It's really interesting and cool. I get that, but I'm saying just general guy that's getting my haircut at a barbershop. It's this is what's So I was sort of really interested. I don't know, but
that didn't weird me out.
It didn't really weird me out, but it's just kind of weirded me out to see when I was getting a haircut, essentially. But
you're just uncomfortable having all these sharp blades near all your veins, and then seeing this pig.
I didn't even think about that now, but now that you mention it, that's kind of maybe that's what it was. This base weird subconscious together. Yeah. You just easily get a straight razor and hey, there's your spine, and oh no, yeah.
Blow into your body.
Which leads me to my recommendation of the week is going to be The Raid 2, because that movie is amazing. And we should all go watch it right now.
What a segue.
It is a segue, because when you watch the movie, it literally is oh, this is insane. Because it literally reaches comedic levels of violence.
So does that mean that Judge Dredd 2 or Dredd 2 is on its way now?
Hopefully. I know they did like really good like in selling DVDs like worldwide. Like in foreign markets, they did like really well.
No, that was my.
Did
you see Dread?
I liked it.
No, I'm just making a joke that it's like the crappy American version of the Raid.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, like so since you know that, and have you just seen the first Raid? I don't know if you have or not.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know how like it's all like super like they fight in hallways, blah blah, blah like really close quarters.
Yeah.
This one's like they're on freeways fighting. They're like in prison, like things.
Space.
No, it's really insane.
Instead of being in close quarters,
And it's like, no.
let's move to the desert.
And then add like 30 more people, and like that's how like they like because like the Raid like boop. This one's like this like they amp up like how insane it gets. Like this girl like her literally she fights with hammers, and it's disgusting. And it's like disgusting like how like you're like oh like the whole movie like me and Dave went like on Friday afternoon. And it was me, Dave, and like two other guys. And some of the jackass I walked the movie with, he's like, I walked to the movies, Dave was gonna stay in the car, and I'm like, hey, can I get a ticket to the Raid? And she's like, oh yeah, here you go. And she's like, do you have a club card? And I'm like, no. And the dude behind me, he's like this douchey, like, you know, he's a polo shirt, like sunglasses, like stupid spiked up gel hair. And he's like, well, maybe you should because you should probably go to the movies a lot. And I'm like, fuck, what? It's like, and I'm like, what the hell? It is like, all right, whatever.
Correct, sir.
And then he gets the same movies as I go to. And he's like, I'm just kidding. He's like, I told the guy's office I go to the movies every Friday and watch movies. And I'm like, you fuck, like what? You like giving me shit? And you're like, I was like, all right, whatever. So at the movies, but it was
somebody recommended that you get a club card,
Yeah.
so you can accrue points.
No, but he was like
money
hassling me, and then he
get
goes
free
does like the
popcorn.
same thing that I do, and it's just like I don't know, it bugged me. I'm not saying like I'm like super angry about it, but it was like really funny.
It sounds like you're pretty fucking angry about
Whatever.
it. Yeah.
I've been drinking. Leave me alone. And then so then it's me, Dave, and like two other guys in theater, and that's it. And then so like me and Dave were like we watched the movie, like we're like hooting and hollering, we're like yeah, dude, he just snapped that guy's like in half, like and like all super crazy. And like I think that movie is like really good if you see it with a bunch of people. Like it's a good like crowd movie because like they do shit that's like insane. It's like he breaks his arm, like wraps it around him and then kicks him off the building, and you're like and it's like this like super insane like cartoon level like violent shit where it's just like why would you need to break his leg 3 times? It's like and it's like literally it's just like I don't know, man, it's really awesome. And like so the first one, but this one's like 10 times like the magnitude. It's like, and why are we giving this guy like millions of dollars to make movies? Like I'm sure if we gave him like millions of dollars to like make like a crazy action movie, it'd be amazing. Instead we're giving millions of dollars to make Transformers, fighting computers with computers. It doesn't make any sense. Like nothing works, and I don't know. Mark Wahlberg, like just whatever.
They keep making a lot of money. That's why.
Yeah. No, but I'm
there
saying
were 4
like
people seeing the Raid, and I bet Transformers would have been sold out.
Exactly, but compared to that movie, it's just so terrible. And this one, it's like I don't know. I can't even explain like how like I can't even put into words like how nuts the movie is.
They'll remake the Raid.
Well, I think they already planned to.
Dread.
Yeah. But I think they already are. But I mean, like, there's like the scene where like they're fighting on a freeway, right? They're like the dude's stuck in a car. People are they're gonna kill him, right? And so he starts fighting him, and so he's like literally fighting these guys in a car and like kicking them out of windows and like all some crazy nonsense, right? And like when the car is like it hits like a median, like, and then the dude flies out the window, and like not even like in a super like graphic way. It's like ragdoll, like he's and like and you're like, oh. That's probably what would happen because if you're fighting someone, you're not really wearing a seatbelt. It's like these like weird like
Okay, hold on. Time out. So you're watching all these people get like
massacred,
all the
ungodly,
hammers.
like broken in half, like yeah.
But the pig getting prepped to be eaten, that was like too much.
No, because it's real.
The boar,
yeah.
the wild animal that was gonna be food.
I can differentiate between real life and movies. Real life is scary and bloody, and then like other things like entertainment.
I just feel like seeing a human body being projected from the windshield of a car, like that should be more traumatizing than.
Not really, because I know it's fake. You know what I mean? Like I know, like I can differentiate.
So.
Yeah,
right. It is Malaysia, so price of life. No, it's high. It's like the Philippines, but it's gonna be like. So I'm just saying, like it's one of these, like, but I mean, but the point where like
stand here and take that.
Yeah,
sit here and
he
take
does.
that?
Yeah. No, but it's like but I'm saying, like it's like this. It gets like levels like cartoon violence where it's just like this insane shit happens, but it's like it's funny because like it's so terrible, and you're just like, why are they filming these things? Like, why is this happening? It's just like I don't know.
Popcorn.
Yeah. So, but no, that's the thing, because like me and Dave have like laughing the whole time, because like they have like really intense fight scenes, and like you know they build them up. There's like scenes of like exposition, and then intense action scene, exposition, intense action scene.
Is there a story?
Sort of. It's loosely veiled, but
as if they need exposition.
Yeah.
He has to get to the fight.
And half the way through, you're kind of like, eh. But I mean, like, but still though. But I mean, like, but these scenes though, like, they're just like comically like how like violent they are. But not even the point where like I'm not saying like people getting like cut in half or anything, but it's just like how like intense they. Like one dude has like a baseball bat, like an aluminum baseball bat, and he fights. And so like if you know he hits like an aluminum bat, it's like ding, it makes that noise. This is like ding 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 ding, and he's taking on like 5 guys, and you're like, holy fuck, like ding 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 ding, and you're like, oh man,
Like
this
the
is
original
insane.
scene in the Old Boy movie.
Sort of, yeah. But no, dude, this is no, the movie like literally reminded me of like a live action anime, and that's really what it boils down to. Like when they shoot, like it's like. Like they don't like if you know like an action movie, they're like shoot, you're dead, shoot, you're dead. This is like shoot, and like they like people just get like
Then walk up to the corpse.
yeah, and then blow off their head with a shotgun. There's awesome shotgun action in this movie, but I'm saying like it gets like that's what I'm saying, like it's just like completely insane. Like this movie like has like no like I don't want to say buried in reality because like it's kind of cartoony because like this gal is like killing people with hammers.
Yeah,
but it's like. Man, I don't know. I'm sorry. Like I'm getting really excited because like I watch the movie. I'm just like I've never want to walk in a movie and punch someone in the face or hit him with a hammer so hard in my entire life.
like, speaking of hammers, what did you guys think of Thor?
The dark whatever world, whatever.
Thor 2. Yes, the new Thor.
Did we talk about this in the last one?
I feel like we did because I feel like it made my top 10 movies of the year.
So.
I'm sure.
Didn't it come out?
I'm sure we did.
Did it come out in last year?
It came out like
year?
last like November.
Yeah.
So we should move on to.
Whatever. Anyway, I saw a really awesome documentary.
Way to go, Mediator. Yeah. But what?
I know that voice. That's what it is. I know that voice. Yeah, it was produced by
right.
John DiMaggio.
Yeah.
Voice of Bender. Yeah. And yeah, it was pretty cool. It came out like I think 3 years later than they were hoping for.
Right.
But they ended up doing like a Kickstarter campaign to like get the funds to actually release it. I had to buy it on iTunes. I couldn't pirate it anywhere. I was really upset about that. Yeah. Well, they didn't even show it in the theater here, so it's like
Well, we live in a place that doesn't really show movies. Like the Raid 2 is gonna play for like a week.
Yeah.
What?
I'm shocked the Raid came.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. But no, it's gonna come for it's gonna be like a week long. And so I'm saying like I had to watch it like immediately as soon as I could because if I don't see it that day, it's not gonna happen. So I had to watch it the first like.
It was like Moon. Like it
opening.
was gonna be there for like 3 days.
And we had to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw that over
it was
at.
Like me and Casey went. Yeah. Oh.
I miss Moon.
Yeah. It was good. Did you ever see it?
No.
Oh.
Really?
Those 3 days passed.
I think it's on like.
If
Netflix
only we had
whatever.
Netflix
Yeah.
or the internet. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
No, moments passed.
It's actually still pretty good. I really liked it. Yeah.
That's the one with Sam Rockwell, right?
Yeah.
I like it better than his other film.
What else did he do?
The thing with Jake Gyllenhaal and he has to keep like Groundhog Day.
Oh yeah, but he's in the train or whatever, and the train keeps blowing up. That movie's shitty.
Oh.
That movie's shit.
He's in that one?
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Groundhog Day? What was that movie called? Paycheck? No.
Yeah.
Same time.
Well, there's something else coming out.
The
with,
bus
like,
that could
Tom
not
Cruise,
stop.
It's like that, where it's like they keep going back to the same point, but like Tom Cruise and some lady they retain their memories.
Is that new one or has it already been out?
I think that's coming out soon.
Because there was that crazy Tom Cruise movie called Oblivion.
That sounds like Oblivion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did you see Oblivion?
No.
Okay, I saw Oblivion. Yeah, this was like Oblivion's like.
Enlighten me. How good was Oblivion? I know he was like in the space.
Okay, so Oblivion was very pretty. It was very well shot.
Uh-huh.
The soundtrack was great.
Duncan Jones is that dude's name, right? Okay, yeah.
But the
He went to
sorry,
school.
yeah. Oh, shut up.
He's also David Bowie's son, so of course he knew whatever he was.
Bobby Boy.
So Oblivion, so very pretty, sounded great. Soundtrack was really awesome, or the score, or whatever, was really.
Did someone
great.
get directed? I don't know who directed this movie. You could say no. Yeah, it's fine.
Someone look it up.
It's fine. It's fine.
Anyway, the story. There's a twist and things like that,
Right.
but it's like. I found it there's some points that are very similar to Moon. It's like Moon meets Independence Day. That was my take from it. Yeah.
It was kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like there was nothing like.
It's like carrots and steak.
So it's okay. So
Yeah.
the movie builds towards like this whole like there's a conspiracy thing.
Right.
It's like this things are going too well and then falls apart and then they'll wool's removed or whatever. But anyway, it's
the chick's red pill.
Yeah, the last line of the movie, that last line that he says. Do you remember what I'm talking about when he's?
They finally did it. Yeah, I don't know.
Some promises are not meant to be.
No, it was fuck you, Sally. Like
What?
Really?
What?
You
I don't
remember that? Yeah, this whole thing is like he's kind of like this. And he's trying to sort out his past. He's having flashbacks because they do this.
He drinks.
He's told he's done like they did a memory wipe, and so he's having flashbacks that he can't explain.
Is he a clone?
Yes.
I don't care.
He's a clone.
Man.
Yeah, he's a clone.
I'm not gonna watch that movie.
Yeah. So the whole world is done. It's done. And
Right.
there's this thing they call the Tet that's like this giant pyramid that's in orbit. And there are all these drones, and there's these things harvesting the water of our oceans. And he's paired up with a calm person or whatever. So he has like this.
Will Smith and his kid, right?
so
They come back to Earth.
So it's
but it's after Earth, but they're still there.
He repairs the drones,
right?
Which I don't know why the drones can't repair themselves, or they just make more drones anyway. So he repairs the drones, and he has somebody that like lives with them, but like they're all paired up, but they're in this like quadrant because if you go too far, you go into a radiation zone. Well, the radiation zones are to keep him from finding other versions of him.
Yeah.
And
I already don't care about this movie. You've already lost me in like convoluted
But
I hope it was.
Yeah, no, it's his last line. Yeah,
Fuck
so
you, Sally.
so they go up.
You finally made a monkey out of me.
They go up to the tent and they're gonna blow it up, and she's like, "You can't do this. I created you." Blah blah blah. Like the it's like a robot voice of like who Sally is, whatever. Anyway, it's and so he's like, "Fuck you, Sally," and then hits the thing to like blow up the ship and kills himself or whatever. But it's like, it's so fucking random. Like the
credits.
No, there's more after that. There's another scene. So there's it's because it's you see like 4-9 and 5-2 of like it's Tech 4-9, Tech 5-2. So like his character whatever is Tech 4-9, and then he ends up going into another radiation zone and he finds 5-2. And so they do this whole stalemate where they're like
in front of the mirror where they're like going
It's not too far off from that, but they end up like fighting and then they're like they're equally matcch. So it's like
it's like an awesome Bugs Bunny cartoon where they go in the mirror and like
It wasn't too far from that. But anyway, so
really,
so
it's like a live action.
So 4-9 goes and destroys the Tet, and then 5-2 like. After his mind's exploded or whatever, he comes and sorts out, and he ends up finding like this like refuge that he left with these other human survivors. I don't know. I still say go
over
watch it. I still say go watch it. Go Redbox it. Go watch it.
Variety.
Yeah. I still say go watch it.
So
I actually liked it. I liked it better than I thought I would.
Really?
Yeah.
Right on.
I
Isn't
remember
that one with
you didn't want to hear about it, so I
yeah, probably drunk.
Mm-hmm.
The not Lawrence Fishburne, but Morgan Freeman's in it, right?
Yeah. And the Kingslayer's in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Doesn't really do much.
By the way, new game. Okay, this is gonna be a segue to something
Game
else.
of Thrones.
Have you seen the new one?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Boring.
I haven't seen it.
The ending's pretty cool. With him and the little gal are like other killing each other.
Like the end of the episode.
End of the episode, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
nothing. It's not a spoiler or whatever. They just get like crazy and like kill a bunch of people. So it's pretty rad.
It's typical Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I'm gonna eat all the chickens.
Cunts.
Yeah. Lots of people name their stores. Lots of cunts. It's the best.
It was like 2 days after that. Like went to the bar and like everyone's just like talking to like. What's her name? Arya.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's a badass. She's my new favorite character. Bob. I'm like, she's the little girl. Like,
I just want to watch the two of them just going around fucking up people.
Yeah, going nuts. Yeah. Killing shit, eating chickens.
She's got that
slaying dragons.
That needle, whatever.
The
fucking
needle
sword
sword,
hers, and she like fucking stabs the guy. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, that's a shitty way to go.
Yeah, but yeah. So new episode tomorrow. So I think it's gonna be good.
No, it's a good episode. I mean, it's
it's start of the new season.
You're cautiously optimistic about the episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Have any of you guys read the books?
No.
So you guys don't know what's coming up? No.
What's coming up?
Everyone
stuff.
dies. Everyone dies.
Was it you saying like you've read the books and even when you watch it, like it still surprises you?
No.
No, someone else.
No.
Ruined it completely.
No.
I mean, it's not.
Well, I hear like the wedding's gonna be like a big deal, right? The new
I
wedding.
can't wait.
But it's gonna be like
I'm excited. Yeah.
And I talked to
Shit,
Joel, and
it's
Joel's
a fan.
like, "Holy shit! Like all these things happen." I'm like, "All right, well, I'm waiting for it." But
The
I'm
fun
pretty
stuff
that
happens
this
at the
season?
wedding.
Yeah, probably
What's
either
it called?
be
It's not the red wedding this time. It's called something.
it's a black wedding. There's
That doesn't sound good either.
That's racist. That's racist, Eric.
I'm sorry, it's the Native American wedding. No, there's the
Wrong Indians.
there's the because it's either gonna be like the halfway point or like the season finale.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to wait. I hope not.
Wait, what?
I don't think so. When
So I
the
think
wedding
I
happens.
really do feel like
Oh, I don't
it's
know.
either
Well,
gonna
it
be
just
like,
started.
It
So
feels
like,
like last
like Walking
season.
Dead ended and
Mhm.
Game of Thrones has started. I think this is the transition.
But
so
I mean,
think we'll be
they take
good.
a break, right? They have like a little mid-season like break, or no? They
no,
kind of
no, they go straight through.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, so probably gonna be the
Oh,
ending of the
yeah,
season, and it's
HBO,
probably
yeah.
gonna be like.
I waited all last season for what's coming up, thinking it would be in
Yes.
last season because they keep building to it,
Right,
to the
right, right.
stupid wedding, and it's not.
Yeah,
If I have to wait a whole season for it,
Well, I mean, didn't they already like guarantee him like 3 new seasons or like 2 new seasons of the
Yeah.
show? Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
So,
Segue. You seen True Detective?
I'm sorry.
I watched the first episode. That's it.
I just can't. I canceled my internet.
We're done.
Or my internet. My television.
We're done.
My television,
Move on.
I gotta have no more HBO, all that. So
I
I
hear
just
it's
have the internet
amazing, so-
access. Yeah.
It's I wouldn't say amazing. It's a fun
really
show.
good.
It's really good. Do you? I mean, like you watched
I
it,
finished
you really
it.
liked it, yeah.
It's only like 4 episodes or something.
It's like 8.
8.
Actually,
But it's
it
like
literally
an
is like
anthology,
8, right?
so it's like every
Yeah.
episode's like a different story.
I
Or
thought
No.
every season is
No,
gonna be-
every
But every
season's
season,
gonna be
yeah,
different. It's
so
gonna be like
yeah.
American Horror Story where they do
Okay.
like blanket term and they go for it.
Yeah.
But I
I-
mean,
I
like,
saw
it
some-
was actually like really, really
Oh my
good.
God, I haven't
Like
finished it.
really good. Yeah.
I
That
saw
last
some.
episode felt like a movie though.
Yeah, no,
It
it,
had, like,
it
a
has like a
feel
perfect
good.
like 3 like part story where it's like boom, 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 done, and then you're like, I don't know, it's really good. Like I really like it a lot, and if the ending was a lot better, I'd like this might be like a favorite show ever. But like it ends kind of like on. A
If it was
soft
better,
note.
I'd like it more.
Like, yeah. Essentially, yeah. But like leading up to it, like it builds in this crazy big way where you're like, this is gonna be amazing. Like I can't wait till how it ends, and it's like, and you're like, all right, whatever. So
So my friend Brian was raving about some tracking shot that was. At
Oh,
the
yeah.
end of one
Yeah,
of
I
them.
heard
no, that scene is fucking
It's like
amazing.
it's like 11 minutes
the
or
one they
something
go
like
to
that.
they go to the drug house and like he's like gets like the guy and
Is it
like
Steadicam or
dragging him
tracking?
around.
I haven't seen. I don't know. I
A
think he said
little bit of both. It's kind of like it's like
Steadicam guy on track.
no, pretty much yeah. That's kind of like how it goes. Like there's like this
It's probably
crazy.
Steadicam,
It's like it's
because I,
Yeah.
it just
I
totally
saw,
reminds
like, a-
me of like Children of Men, where like they're going through the
Yeah.
the whole 9.
Same
But
as
it's
the
just
track.
like whew.
Guys at the end of the track would
Yeah.
run them.
Right. That's like literally like what happens. Like that's kind of what happens essentially. You see this thing and you're just like, this is
They're
like
just-
really
they have
awesome.
3
And it's like
sections of
and it's
track
like
and
episode what,
constantly
like
putting
4 or
it on
5
there.
when that happened.
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Yeah, it's like episode like 4 or
It's
5 when
kinda
that
marathon
happens. It's sort of like really, it's really intense. And like, I really don't like Matthew McConaughey, but this
Yeah, I
this show
don't
like totally just like, he's a
Good.
badass. Like this whole series has been like, why Matthew McConaughey? Why are you wasting your talents on like bullshit that you do? Like, you're a really good actor. Like, why? You know. And Woody, like I've always been a fan of Woody since Cheers.
actually.
So I'm just like, like whatever. But I mean, like this one, like Matthew McConaughey is like really like steals like the whole show because he's like so fucking nuts and it's like pretty cool.
Awesome.
I still need to watch Hannibal as well.
I haven't seen any of Hannibal.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
any
You
of
guys?
that, no.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen the second season, but the first one was pretty amazing.
You watched first season? I hear
You
that.
had it.
What?
I thought you borrowed it from Evan.
No, he didn't let borrow it. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did go hang out and watch The Visitor the other
Watch
night.
what?
The Visitor.
The Visitor.
The Visitor.
The Visitor.
It's like an
The
old like
Visitor.
70s movies like or not Bob. But like a bunch of like crazy actors, or a bunch of like crazy people are in it. Like the original Django, the original Franco Nero, like the
Okay.
original one, he's in it. He plays like this Jesus Christ type figure. Who else is in it? The girl from Switchblade Sisters. I know this is like really deep, but like she's in it. And then like Sam Fuller, who's a director, like a really famous director, is in it, and a bunch of like Glenn Ford's in it, like a bunch of like was it Glenn Ford? I think it was Glenn Ford. But a bunch of like really insane people in this movie, and it's really nuts. It's sort of like borderline like Rosemary's Baby / like The Exorcist, like kind of sort of a weird way. But anyway,
Yeah. I started watching Orange is the New Black. Have you seen that?
yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen the first couple episodes.
It's not for me. I'm not.
And that's the thing, dude. Like everyone,
I'm
like
not in the demographic.
everyone
the
like
show's
rants and
for.
raves about this show, but I've just been like, I watched a couple episodes, like,
Do all the people that rant and rave about it have vaginas?
yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's the
So,
demographic.
yeah,
it's
that's really-
towards. Yeah.
yeah.
So I should watch it?
I mean,
Maybe.
you probably won't like it. Not
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started driving for Uber. So I'm sitting in the car and I have all this
Segment.
time. I'm saying, so I have all this time. So I started to I'm just gonna go through my list now on Netflix and started watching, and that was just one of the suggestions at the top. So I started there. I watched I think like 3 episodes. Because I feel like it's a new show, it's first season.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get like halfway through the season to really get a feel for it. But like I'm just not.
But then you do like what, House of Cards, whatever it is.
Like Jason Biggs is in it.
Yeah, he's
What?
Yeah, but it's like I feel like he's playing the adult version of his character from American Pie. Like there was even like a joke about like some webcam like shenanigans or whatever, and so
I don't know, man. Some of that show, I can't relate to that show at all. I don't know why.
A woman in prison.
Number 1, and number 2, like, and yeah, I'm not going this tangent right now. This is going to be a really bad tangent for me to go into.
It's House of Cards.
So House of Cards is really awesome. You should check out that show. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey's a badass.
He's also in Moon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he?
His voice. Yeah.
Oh, he's the robot.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sorry, Dave.
yeah, I can't do that, Dave. Which, yeah, no, it's a really awesome show, and like Kevin Spacey's bad. Like ever since he's like Kaiser Soze, spoiler alert, he's been like a really like awesome like he's been like ever since then, like ever since like I saw him like shoot or use suspects. I'm like Kevin Spacey's like a badass, and like everything I've seen him in is like. He's a badass, like except for K-Pax, but everything is like he's been a badass, and I'm just like, and it's like really really cool. Like
Or
Was it
Superman.
Lex Luthor? Yeah.
he was a good, all right, he was a good Lex Luthor,
He did
I
punch
think.
Hmm.
He did just like shake him to the side and like with the kryptonite knife. That's badass.
Yeah.
But I mean, what was it? House of Cards. It's a really good show.
Yeah.
Like I shotgun that one. It's like really
It's
awesome.
2 seasons now, right?
Yeah, it's 2 seasons. The last season came out like a couple months ago. It's really cool, and it's like I don't care about politics like any sort of way, you know. I'm more like Daredevil, lesbian, like dinosaur like level, but then politics is like completely opposite of what I believe in. So it's like pretty cool. So so it's pretty neat. And then I mean like if you guys haven't seen it, it's really good. So
Cool. Well, we're getting low on time, but I want to talk about a couple of local things.
us
local,
rambling
local
the
nerd
past
stuff.
45 minutes.
So today was the mini Maker Fair,
Right.
which is really cool.
I don't know
You
what
guys-
that is.
So Make Magazine, Maker Fairs. You ever heard of any of that kind of stuff?
No.
The people that like the
Enlighten
tinker,
me, Matt.
that build stuff, that like people that build.
Can I get a
like,
steampunk typewriter?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes!
Like there were some guys with like a steampunk like car like driving around. Like it was
Car?
like a golf cart they converted to be like a steampunk car. Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, there was a couple of like really awesome booths out there, random stuff. Like,
Or is that?
It was at Radio Park. It's like Clinton and Fresno, Clinton and First, something like that. Next to the Fresno Art Museum.
What was that thing of that? Like it looked like a giant keyboard, but it was all on fire.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was called, but it's like so it's a metal pipe and it's got holes in it,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
like a keyboard organ thing.
they put speakers at each end, and the sound gets compressed, and it actually like when you see the waveform for like a music player, we see like all the highs and lows and everything. The fire reacts the same way to the sound coming from the speakers. So when the sound pushes on the air, that pushes out the little holes or whatever, not the air, but like have like a camp stove basically hooked up to it. So it's going down, and they just have music playing, and you see it's like it's all changing depending on depending on the pitch of the note and things like that. So
Fucking amateurs.
yeah.
No,
Yeah, no, it's cool. They have just a lot of neat shit, but it's like all these people that are like making things and doing mods and little robotic stuff, and
that's cool.
Is the point so that they can
interesting.
sell this stuff? Because I know they've had it at Chancey Park before.
yeah. So
But I
last
don't
year
know.
they had one. Yeah. So yeah, it's the same people, but it's like it's just local
Show and
people. Sometimes they sell stuff. Sometimes they're like clubs, and they just want to get people to come be a part of it. They're just featuring what they do. There's a whole bunch of just random people out there today. I think it was a lot bigger than what they had at Chancey last year. Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
it's cool. Yeah, it's
Hey man, hopefully it's one of those things like Sweetfest. Like Sweetfest started out small, and then just
and
gets
Sweetfest was there.
huge.
They were showing. They were showing their.
They have a new one
stuff.
pretty soon, right? Aren't they?
Yeah,
like pretty like within this
It's
like week or
May
two.
12th or something like that. May
Oh, okay.
May
Maybe 3 or 4
14th.
weeks.
Yeah,
But
but so twice a year. So the next one's coming up in May.
Yeah.
So there's still time. People
Right
want
on,
to we want to Swede something.
Mhm.
But coming up, I want to say in October
Sweet the Ray too.
is there's a
Oh my god.
totally.
I'm sorry, I just love that movie so much. It's like so good.
Get
I
on
can't remember what the heck. Okay, there is a comic convention coming up in October in Fresno. That there's like, it's not the Annie Jam. There's like another one. I can't remember what the heck the name was. I was just looking at it the other day, and I'm totally drawing a blank on it. But I'm gonna have to go look it up and talk about it next time. But anyway, but it's an actual like, it's a comic convention, but it's in Fresno, and I think it's like a
Where is it gonna
local
be
at the convention center.
The real convention center?
Well, like the convention center.
No, but I mean, like, no, that's like a really big spot. Like,
Well,
I'm
no,
used to like
hold
them
on,
being
hold on,
like at like.
Hold on, the convention center contains like the.
I know, there's,
Mood
like,
Center
several
Hall, the Valdez
buildings,
Hall,
yeah.
the Soaring Theaters, the Celebrity.
But I'm used to it being like in malls
But, like,
or
Annie-
like
well, no,
Piccadilly in the
these are, like-
airport. Like, that's what I'm used to. So
Yeah, so like Annie Jam was
Right.
like last year it was held at the Valdez Hall, the convention
Right.
center.
Oh, cool.
And I didn't even realize there was a second story to that. It wasn't until I left that like I heard somebody mention that they had like a whole bunch of video games stuff set up there.
That's where the crazy shit is, dude. You go over there.
No, and it's
Tentacles,
goofy, like, you
all sorts
have,
of
like-
crazy shit. Yeah.
Well, the anime kids get a little wacky for me, but
Right.
but like the Annie Jam, it was cool. It was a bunch of people in there. They're all hardcore fans. A bunch of girls with their little like cat ears that are like automated and spin around.
Right.
I
bunch of dudes dressed as sailors.
well, I
and
saw
stuff.
that there
Yeah,
was
yeah.
they had this like Japanese like soda chugging contest where it's the soda has a marble in the neck. And it's to
Yeah.
prevent you from being able to like drink it
Chug it,
quickly.
yeah.
Yeah. But so they had a chugging contest to see who could drink it the quickest. Yeah. And those kids were fucking hardcore. Like, I'm gonna win this shit. Like
Otaku nerd shit, right?
Because they all had to stand there with their hands behind their back, and they had to start drinking it, and they had to tear the plastic wrapper off the top and get like the cap open and everything, and then start drinking it.
Without using
but I
their
think you
hands?
have to like they started was back here, and then they started like
Oh,
they
okay.
could go and grab
Got it.
But you have to like pop the marble out of the neck
Yeah.
to like get it
No,
down.
I've seen that before, yeah.
But like, so half of them are still trying to like figure it out, and then the pros go and grab it. They slam it on the table like upside down and like started going. And it was
And
just,
Matt
like,
had the weirdest boner the whole time. So it's
About
different old sorts of directions going on right now.
I didn't know where to focus. But yeah, so it's cool that like even the horror convention that they had a little
for
while
sure.
ago.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think we used to have this
I had to
stuff.
work, but I wish I would have gone.
But it's cool. Like this stuff is like it's happening more.
Because
and
it's all
more.
Ken
Yeah.
Forey.
What?
Ken Forey. I think.
Oh yeah.
My favorite guy from Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of like
Tons of
people
people,
there. But I think like what they did was once they got to big enough, they pair up with a company that
Right.
hires all those guys.
You
and
got
that's
yeah.
all it was.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's like, who wants to go to Fresno for a Saturday? And then,
Hey, I don't have a job. Let's go for it.
Ken's
Yeah.
free.
Yeah. No,
I haven't done
that's
anything
kind of
in 30
like
years.
essentially my life doesn't want to boil down to the fact that I have to go do like autograph signings. It's like, hey, I'm the third number guy from like Red Shirt Star Trek episode 19. It's like it's like so, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I mean, you've been to like WonderCon, and you do like the
which
alley.
is this weekend, by the way.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Is it still in Anaheim?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
It's never gonna leave.
No,
It's never
good.
gonna leave.
I hate that place.
That's why we need to go to like WizardCon or something in like Sacramento.
Emerald
Go, like,
Con.
Emerald in Seattle. That'd be really awesome.
Yeah, that'd be rad. Anyway, but I'm saying like you go through the alleys and you're like people are like doing they're like, oh, I was Star Captain number 2 in Battlestar Galactica. Remember me, guys? In one episode, and you're like,
one guy.
yeah.
The-
There's like one dude that's like really into it, and it's kind of like,
Well, the first year that I went to WonderCon, it's like 07 or 08 or something like that. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, Felicia Day was there. And it was like season 1 of the Guild had just come out or whatever, so her thing was taken off.
Yeah.
But then I remember seeing there were people that were in Farscape that were there, and they had lines a mile long.
Right.
And Farscape had been off the air for like 10 years. Yeah.
cat ears going crazy.
But yeah, I mean it's cool. Like these people come out of
Yeah, no, it's neat, and I mean there's a certain market for that, which is cool, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird situation.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still opportunity to buy, those hard to get action figures and all that.
Right? No, totally. No, I love cons. Like they're great.
I'm excited to see stuff in Fresno though that are going to be in town. So
Yeah, that is really cool. That is really cool that we're getting a big enough market for that to be a thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
It's just unfortunate that most of us work, half of us work weekends. And
Yeah,
when-
we have
when
to
all the
work
stuff
in order
is,
to
yeah.
buy the dumb shit
So,
that we find.
I can only hope that like that's my assignment
Yeah.
is to go cover
Right.
like that random event.
Can't you
but-
request it? Pitch it and then
Well, I'm the only one that shoots video during the day now for the station. So
All right,
on the
right,
weekend,
right.
I get it all. So unless somebody's house catches on fire, and then I takes precedence.
So
But
no one do anything bad that weekend for us.
yeah. Everyone use
I
their
can't make
words.
guarantees.
Yeah. I don't want any gang shootings that I have to go cover instead of going to the Annie Jam and seeing girls in cat ears drinking soda.
And Sailor Scout outfits.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you're doing thing on when's the new Sailor Moon thing?
Oh shit, I don't know.
All right. Never mind.
That's a hell of a segue.
Segue,
right
and next
there,
time we're gonna do
I
this.
thought you
Yeah,
knew.
I don't know. I
I was
don't have any
waiting for you
idea.
to tell me.
I don't look
What do
at
you
the
mean
internet.
new? Are they still making them?
No, they're gonna remake it. They're gonna remake Sailor Moon for like. Wow, this got totally crazy. But they're gonna.
You yell at him? Did you see
I
him?
don't know where it is.
It was what now?
What? Oh, he said Mark might know.
No, I think
Oh no, it's fine. Whatever. I don't really care.
So they're gonna remake it?
I guess yeah, they're gonna like
Is it
reboot
live
the
action?
series. No, it's gonna be a cartoon again. The way it should be. So
I saw the new Powerpuff Girls, by the way.
the dance one, or like they had dance and do
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I did like the style too.
I don't like the style that
The
much.
CGI thing?
The CGI, I don't know. I was a big fan of it. I like the old ones better.
Oh yeah, the old
Yeah.
one's better, but
Yeah,
funny.
I mean, I get it. Like, I understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
They try to make it hip and
I don't
cool.
get it, but-
Well, I mean, just like they're trying to make like hip and cool, or like
thought it was a
it's all
Monday
CG
night.
and like blah blah.
Yeah.
Blah. It's like pretty neat. I don't know. It's just one of those weird things, but
I actually had a flashback the other day of like I saw something that said the Powerpuff Girls debuted in this year, and I thought about it. I'm like, I remember watching Cartoon Network and doing the cartoon.
well, it was a bunch of it was
The-
like them, like Dexter's Laboratory, like
Yeah,
Giant Bravo.
but it was
they were,
like I
the
remember
big
seeing like the
winners were those
premiere
ones,
of
yeah.
like this big like countdown, and it was the Powerpuff Girls, and it's like
with that dude with the dilly bobs. What's his name? The bad guy.
Mojo.
Mojo.
No. It wasn't Mojojo. It was the guy that had the little dilly bobs, and he was like
Dilly
pink,
bobs.
and he had like a big
Oh, the
nose.
lobster guy?
No. No, it's fucking podcast. No, it was like this guy that like they go to like they
Well,
went to
look it
the
up.
they went to the mall, and like he was like the guy, and he was like the
Townsville
bad,
Mall.
the Townsville Mall, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like the dude. He had like dilly bobs. He was like a hick, but he was like a looked like a
Oh, that's the first one. Yeah.
yeah. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. No, it totally like.
didn't even know how to Google for the Dooley Ball.
Just go
Can I use
Power
your
Girls
phone?
first episode. I think
Yeah.
you look up. Anyway, no, yeah,
Yeah.
totally. That's
No,
cool. That's a cool thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It totally like it all just came back. I can totally have the image of the guy now. Yeah.
I know kung fu. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's like weird. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
but
the neurons finally connected.
yeah,
So
it was like Winkle Funkin'. I don't remember what it was.
Don't wait for me.
yeah.
No, we are.
But
We're
like,
anticipating you to
Yeah.
win that answer for us,
Um,
but
Yeah, so all that shit. I don't know. It's the they started or they released a trailer for Boy Meets World Girl Meets World.
Girl
Boy
Meets World.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Boy Meets World.
I skipped right over.
Like-
Girl Meets World
So you're gonna watch that?
sequel.
No,
Ah.
What
No.
channel is it gonna be on?
Disney Channel.
Really?
Ah.
Nah, over it.
They,
Oh, that's
they
those
kinda-
are your cohorts.
Well, they
the
kind
mouse
of
money.
they kind of own the
Yeah.
rights.
I know,
to
yeah,
it,
yeah.
yeah.
They no longer have a Friday night or TGIF thing
Yeah.
going on,
'Cause-
so.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. The Disney Channel is kind of its own entity now, but
Roach Coach?
Yeah,
Is
but
that
still, and maybe I don't know.
I don't think so.
But I mean, I kind of feel like Disney and like ABC are kind of just like the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that
Yeah.
There's also ABC Family.
Whatever
season
the
one
fuck.
episode?
I'm gonna load the episode though.
I'm super mad at ABC Family, by the way,
Why?
for
Because of
canceling
Bunheads?
Bunheads,
Bunheads.
the best show on TV ever, and then they canceled it.
He loved Bunheads.
I loved Bunheads,
Yeah,
and
that's-
yeah,
The first episode. Yeah, I think it
No, go ahead and
whatever.
but go back to where you were.
But you still got, was it Parenthood?
Parenthood's whatever. I don't know. It's okay.
I stopped Parent.
I do love Long Graham, but it's good. It's really intense.
Ooh.
Not intense, but
More than
just
usual?
like not intense, but just like super like I don't know. It's whatever.
Maybe you have to go back.
Is that him? Yeah.
But I do love Parent. I actually like.
No, it was a different.
I got Hulu back. I talked to you about that. I got Hulu
You
back.
got Hulu back,
Yeah,
yes.
and then I like
I
shotgun
don't know.
like 5 episodes
No,
of
I'm all
Parenthood.
confused. I don't think that's him.
But I've been drinking, so I just
Anyway,
passed out like
whatever.
episode 3. So I just like woke up at like 6 a.m. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
hell's going on with this
Yeah.
episode thing?
That guy.
So.
Yeah, that guy. What's
You
his name?
guys
Oh yeah, hold on.
spent all that
Oh
time
yeah.
trying to find
Yeah,
it. I find it
that
right
guy.
away.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, yeah,
You're not very
so
good at it. I told you to do
So
the
Parenthood.
images.
so NoTown Nerds,
Wow.
look us up on iTunes and Twitter and YouTube. NoTown Nerds.
Yikes.
You can email us NoTownNerds@gmail.com.
What was that again, Matt?
What?
What?